So let's get to the very little changes that are taking place over the next little while. Tonight is the last night of the curfew, and amazingly, stunningly, despite the fact that we know the curfew was first put in place for health advice, oh no, that's right, it wasn't, was then put in place for police, oh that's right, it wasn't, it was just the captain's call, so the decision to remove it is the captain's call? Oh no, 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 we're back to it's about the health advice.
In reflecting on the obligations of the Victorian Charter and the Public Health and Wellbeing Act and the issue of proportionality, it's my view, and it was the public health team's view, that the curfew is not a proportionate measure to have in place going forward.
I love it. So he gives the advice about when to remove it, but his advice wasn't necessary about putting it in place. The media, they fall for it. 15 minutes of criticism-free, accountability-free zone on the Channel 9 News tonight. He plays the media beautifully. But if you're one of the 700 families that lost someone in this, one of the tens of thousands who lost their job, or those who just want to go back to work but don't work in a big union environment, you can't be fooled. Twitter isn't real life. Here's what's going to change. The curfew, it ends. Tonight's the last night, and while I appreciate the government has by law forced people to watch this show at 9 o'clock each and every night, that finishes 5 a.m. tomorrow. Up to 5 people will be able to meet outside, but that has to be included in your 2-hour exercise time, and you can only meet up with 2 different households. 127 people will go, 7,000 people will go back to work, but in the highly unionised construction, warehouse or manufacturing industries. School goes back in 3 weeks, but you don't go back all at the same time and all week, every week. No, it'll be slowly staggered with a day here and a day there. You can now pay someone to mow the lawn again, hallelujah. You can visit someone in hospital, which is really good. You can go for a fish or a hike, but it has to be within the 5K zone. But no, golf, still apparently the most dangerous thing to do in all of Victoria. So here's what you can't do, despite the big changes that were being suggested today. You still can't leave your house to go to work. You basically still have to stay at home to work. You still need 4 good reasons to leave your house. To go and buy essentials, exercise, to get medical equipment or to care for somebody else. You're still limited to only 5 k's of where you live. You still can't have people over to your house unless, of course, you're a single person and then you're only allowed 1 person for the entire month, and you have to sit 1.5 metres away from each other. If you're a sole trader, you're not able to work in groups, which means many of those teams won't go back. There's no dining in cafe, restaurants or bars. You can't have a hardware store, a retail store, or even a library. So Andrews wins the media, but the people of Victoria lose again.